नमस्कार दोस्तों, एक बार फिर मैं हाजिर हूँ दलजीत कौर आपके लिए एक नए एपिसोड में, एक नई हस्ती के साथ, एक नई शख्सियत के साथ। विमेन एम्पावरमेंट की जो हमारी सीरीज चलती आ रही है, अलग अलग कंट्रीज से हम आपको ऐसी विमेन से मिलाते चले आ रहे हैं जो एक मिसाल बनी है दुनिया में, जो एक एक काइंड ऑफ मोटिवेशन है। वो आपको इंस्पायर करती हैं कि वो कर सकती हैं तो आप क्यों नहीं कर सकती। इनके लिए मैं छोटी सी शायरी बोलूँगी। रंगों से वो अपनी दुनिया सजा लेती हैं, रंगों से वो अपनी दुनिया सजा लेती हैं, हर एहसास को कैनवस पर उतार देती हैं। जो बात लफ्ज़ों में कह ना पाए वो अपनी पेंटिंग के जरिए दुनिया को बता देती है। तो चलिए इनवाइट करते हैं अनुपमा जी को, जो कि एक आर्टिस्ट हैं और बहुत ही रिनाउंड आर्टिस्ट हैं। बहुत ब्यूटीफुल इनका वर्क है। आज हम इनसे बातचीत करते हैं और जानते हैं कि उनके क्या व्यूज़ हैं और उनकी क्या लाइफ रही है इस आर्ट पेंट को लेकर। सो वेलकम अनुपमा जी, वेलकम टू द शो। एंड आज आपसे मिलकर बहुत खुशी हुई। नमस्कार। और आपका काम हमने देखा, आपकी बहुत सारी पेंटिंग्स हमने देखी और हमने गूगल में भी आपको सर्च किया। बहुत बेहतरीन काम है आपका और लगता है कि आप एक खूबसूरत चेहरा और एक खूबसूरत स्माइल के ज़रिए और कलर्स के ज़रिए आप लोगों की ज़िंदगी को रंगीन बनाती चली जा रही है। तो आज मैं आपसे ही आपके बारे कुछ पूछना चाहूँगी।
You know, first of all, let me introduce you. Have introduced me. My name is Anupama Trigunayat, and interesting question because I'm a self-taught artist. I never went to any art school or did any training. I just take it as a blessing from God that I have this. And I was actually in school, and I used to see, I was always fascinated with colors all the time. And I would experiment, कभी घर में किसी चीज में, कभी कागज पे, कभी खाली कलम से या कुछ, just for the heck of it. But I was not very good in structured art, in the sense कि आप इसको देख के पेंसिल से बना ले, पेन से बना ले. I thought I was not good at it at all. So I started experimenting with colors on small paper, on this, slowly on canvas. And I'm talking when I just finished my college, and I used to do it for fun at home, and then slowly it became a kind of an interest. And that's how the colors drew me to the different strokes what I use in my painting, basically. And anything colorful and anything, and I started observing surroundings, leaves, textures, colors, lines, doors, I mean, name a thing, and it kind of used to have an impression, and I would forget about it. And then when I want to sit and do something, it was also very relaxing for me. It started as a pastime and became a passion, let's put it this way. So very simple, no fancy degree. It's just my own experiment and my own imagination and instinct that works on my canvas.
So that means you are a natural born artist, and this is a talent, a gift of God which is given to you. Now, suppose if you want to paint something or you want to draw something, do you imagine and immediately you do it on the paper, or like it comes in your mind and then you sit and do it? Like how it is?
I'm glad you asked that. ये बड़ा एक अजीब सा एक process है, I have a blank canvas, and then I slowly get into this mood that I want to create something, and then I start thinking about it, and I look at the blank canvas, and I may start with a plan कि ठीक है, I have to use this A, Y, X, Z, whatever. But then what happens, you start at a point, and then, at least for me, I can say, I just flow with wherever my mind and my instinct takes me, and I always deviate. It's not a very, what should I say? In an abstract art, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I really don't plan, because that abstraction is that art for me, and I'm trying to communicate through that. एक सोच है, लेकिन उससे अलग हटके जो भी बन रहा है वो बनता जाता है, and then there comes a picture, and then there is a story, and then there is an expression, and then it is for the viewers or for me how to interpret my thing.
So that means
my
when you
canvas.
so you have that blank canvas and your hand moves on to that and it creates a story. So slowly your hand gives you the movement to create a story. Is it like that?
Your hand, your instinct, your mind, your imagination, the music behind which always plays, and I don't have to finish that immediately. I work. I will stop it if it is not going well with me. I leave it for 2 3 days. Keep going back. I will remove the painting from my studio out somewhere, so that it's the location also sometimes changes and gives you more ideas or whatever. So that's how. So it's a very it's a very simple personal thing. I think every artist has a different way of doing things, but for me, it is like meditation. I would brood on it, think about it, and slowly work on it.
So that means it is a kind of a partner for you. It's your impacting your memories or maybe your thoughts, which is the friendship, that connection, which you put it on the canvas.
Correct. The canvases are the best friends, like you very rightly said in the introduction, that like for example, people who play golf, when they're playing golf, like my husband is a golfer. He says, when he's hitting that ball and he's playing golf, he forgets about everything in the world because your concentration is right there. Painting is something like that. When I'm in my studio or when I'm in front of my canvas, or I'm thinking that I want to do, then I am just there, and I would be thinking, experimenting, exploring, and then go back to wherever your mind is taking you. It's very strange, and it's sometimes very difficult to put in words how I or any artist, especially abstract artists, can produce so much work which is so wide and so varied and so beautiful, so so perfect in the imperfection of it.
Mhm. That's a natural talent. Yeah, that's a natural talent. Maybe that's a thought of your, which we feel that it's in the cerebral brain. Maybe your past life,
Okay,
maybe which is stored in the brain, that comes out on the
maybe.
in the
I
thing.
don't know about that. Yeah,
Okay. So one
yeah.
question, like when you do paintings, when you do your artwork, so you want this to be get recognized and show to the world that your this is what is you as an artist. How do you portray that?
No, you mean, no, I've had exhibitions. You see, I do painting as a passion because I love it, and it kind of inspires me, or it's a calming thing. It's like it's like a spiritual connection to myself or to the inner self, and to the world. Initially, I started, with exhibitions. I've had my exhibitions in different countries abroad. I've had it in Jordan, in Libya. My work has been shown in London, in Philippines, in Peru, different countries. And so, and I in India, ever since we came back, I have done solos, and I do exhibitions for a cause that I love animals. I'm a great animal lover, dogs. So whatever is the thing, I try and help little causes of whatever, for, helping dog shelter or whatever. I'm just a crazy dog lover. It's like that, and animals generally. So I do it for that cause, and by God's grace, I've been very blessed that I've been blessed with so many awards, and which just is a it just feels good that your people recognize your work and appreciate your work. And I never do art with a very commercial intent. No, it's never very commercial. I'm a kind of a person, if I have too many, I would just, like I remember somebody told me long back that I want people to kind of afford the art. I'm not boasting to be some big names there are, but if people like the work and they can afford it, just be happy with it and use it. It makes me very happy if it is on somewhere. Well, and by God's grace, my art is in so many homes worldwide.
Which would you like to share about your art? Something very close to you, some painting or maybe some incident which is there in your mind while doing a painting?
There are a couple of things. I don't have that painting now because it actually got sold a couple of years back. I might have an image. I can share it later with you. When we were posted, my husband was posted in Libya, and there was a lot of unrest, and people were very unhappy there with the current then political so I used to see different eye expressions. So when I was working in my studio then, so I created this painting and I realized I am only creating eyes, abstract, simple, with a simple brush, with a background of different expressions of your eyes, which was pain, which was sadness, which was hope, which was fear, which was horror, name a thing. You know, some was peaceful, some were happy, some was, that. So that painting I thought was very, very. I thought that painting had a lot of depth because that was connected to the situation where I saw and I was kind of seeing it physically happening to people. That is one incident I never forget. And actually, that painting is with one of somewhere in the world. It has been sold, and the whole story behind is the expressions of people in their eyes, and how a physical environment can affect even an artist's work. And you don't think, and without realizing, I just did it. I was planning something else, I remember very clearly, but I ended up doing a huge canvas only for eyes and expressions, you know. And I think it was a series of my paintings, the first one called Expressions. I have a couple more on the same series. And then another one was, if you think really, what can I say? There are quite a few which not necessarily would be connected to an incident or anything, but sometimes they also reflect your mood. You know, sometimes they also reflect your mood, and sometimes they also reflect. Sometimes they just are there, and when they are finished, they produce something which I connect, or you connect, or the viewers connect. I mean, it is a process. Whole thing is a process, and I think the process is very, very, it's very amazing because it just gives you so much of experience, and you're just lost in your surroundings when you're doing it.
Yeah, I heard sometimes like when you do a painting from your imagination, and you cannot recreate that painting again. So is it something which you felt?
I agree. There are two things. One thing I learned is that a structured painting, I think an art can never be recreated to that perfection again. Whether it's an abstract art, whether it's a structured, like figures, like you have, I find people are outstanding and amazing who can paint faces or scenes or whatever, not the abstract but the normal. Excuse me. And also there are times when people can, like for example me, I just work on it. I don't think of what is going to be the outcome. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So it's sometimes very difficult to answer that question.
Yes.
Because you don't know what is in your mind
exactly
at that time, and then what is going to be in your mind by the time you are done.
Yeah.
And another thing I learned, which is very important, is that artists have to, and a very famous painter has said that artists abandon their work. You have to literally abandon and let go of that piece. Like the piece behind me is one of my favorites, but each time I look at it, you get different ideas, and you might think, oh, I could have done this, maybe I can add that now. It is never finished, so you really have to finish it and let go. It's like a filmmaker who's directing a film, and each time probably a director is watching a frame, he might change it, but they can physically change it and read and redo and retakes and etc. etc. But an art, I don't think can ever be recreated the same way. And I mean, I think people can't even it can't even be copied. A lot of
Yeah.
people try it, but it cannot be, because it is again the artist, and it is the child of that artist, and the child of that artist's brain, and the child of that artist's creation and imagination. So for me, I don't think, at least I can't recreate exactly the same piece ever, even if I try to. I just cannot.
So that is
You
situational,
know.
and in that situation, whatever came in your mind, so that story was being taken down on the canvas. So sometimes, like you love a painting, like suppose if you have done a painting and which is very very close to your heart, and if anybody wants to take that painting from you, and you're very much connected and very possessive, so did you ever face that kind of a situation?
You know, the great, no. Actually, I have had quite a few solo exhibitions, you know, and I remember this was in which country? I think it was Jordan. Amman. I was having one of the solos exhibition there, and I think it was the last day, and there was a painting which to me, I like a mother, everybody likes their own, but yes, I will give you a parallel later. But so this, there is no attachment, but if somebody likes your work and they want to take it with all their heart, that is the most important thing for me. That is the greatest gift for me, that somebody has really loved it so much. So there was this gentleman who walked in the last day, and he loved this particular painting, which looked actually like a sculpture. It was a 3D dimension, abstract, but from, if you look at it, it looked as if I have created an outline or a picture of a sculpture to be made, right? It turns out this gentleman was a sculptor. He was a sculptor. So he related to that painting. He wanted it. So he told the person who was with me, he said, whatever was the price, he said, I don't have that much money. I only have this much. And they came and told me, I said, he came to me and I said, what do you do? He said, I'm a sculptor. I said, just take it. Be happy and remember me in your prayers, and that's it. That for me, my art is my prayer, because it is a blessing. And by God's grace, I don't have to do it for a living. I just want to do it for people, for dogs or animals or anyone, whoever I can help. So that is my connection, really. I don't kind of attach myself. You are always attached to your work. But then, like we women have saris, right? Now, certain saris are always your favorite. You'll always pull them out. There are certain in your cupboard which you have bought them, but you feel on second thoughts, they're not really nice. Maybe I should not wear it. I'll go on. So this happens with me a lot. That in my studio, there is a little corner where there are even now about 10, 15 paintings, which I keep going and looking at them. And I said, I'm not really very happy with them. And then one fine day, I will pull one of them down and start reworking on it. That can happen. But the very fact that it is not my attachment, but people's attachment to your work, or people's appreciation and their likeness to your work, is what matters. At least I'm sure it matters to all artists. That gives you a validation.
Yeah. So another question has just come in my mind. Like when you do a painting, because your mind is full with some stories, at the back, ideas, and until and unless that is put on the canvas, you are very restless, right? So once it is done, that fulfillment, like that achievement, and like how exactly it is, like, oh my, it's done, I've achieved. That achievement comes.
Correct.
So that is what I want to hear from
that
your
finishing
side.
point.
Yeah, I want to hear from you.
Okay, I know. Okay, this is a very interesting question to ask because it actually happens. It is like, I'll give you a parallel, like you're cooking a dish, right? It happens with me. If I'm making a dish, but I have that flavor in my head, I want to smell it the way it should. Have you ever happened to you? So when you're cooking it, yeah, and you get that flavor, and then you said, "Oh, now it's done. Perfect." You leave it. The same thing happens with paintings, at least with me on my canvas. And mine is abstract. So actually, there is, I mean, I can, an abstraction, sky's the limit. You can keep changing and exploring and trying and never finish. But when I'm working on a canvas, like right now I'm working on something called, like, I just wanted to do some flowers for a change, I was working on a wild floral something. So I'm going to it, or or any other canvas, for example, this one took me almost 4 months to finish, because each time I would go, uh, I would feel there is something incomplete in it. There has to be a closure, if I may call it, for a painting. So, for an artist, at least for me, I will only speak for myself, because there are so many amazing, amazing, brilliant, qualified, great artists, But for me, I feel that when I'm looking at that work, and something in my mind and in my core tells me, okay, this is a closure now. It's just there, and you can feel your story, you can feel your connection, you can see what you want. That's where I leave it. That's where I leave it. Yeah.
So I just want to know, because the painting behind you, it has got lots of depth which I can see, and lots of
Yes.
colors, and I feel there's a very very deep story into that. If you could just explain me about the painting which is behind you.
I This painting here has got a lot of circles, and it is, you see, when I was doing this, it's got layers of work. I don't know if you can see the whole thing.
Hmm.
Can you see it now?
Yes,
It's
yes.
a huge, long, long,
Yeah.
long canvas. So it has a lot of depth, like you rightly said,
Hmm.
because it has a layer of textures, it has got a layer of strokes, right? And each time I went with a stroke on it, I didn't know where I'm going with it, to be honest. I was blank for the first 1 month. I just kept it aside, and I have this problem. If I don't know where to go, I will keep staring at it and keep thinking and keep staring. People might think I'm crazy, but this is how it is. I would just like to stare in silence and keep going to it. Even if I'm walking around the house, I'll go to the studio and kind of look at it. And then slowly started evolving. And the first center circle, if you see,
Yes.
there is a little circle. That is the center point of this
Painting.
painting.
Okay.
And from there, it just evolved, that
Hmm.
how I want to take it into circular motions, because circle
Hmm.
is very, if you look at it in a very philosophical way, or spiritual way, or any other way, is very deep.
Very
Circle
connecting.
of life,
It's very connecting.
very connecting. Yes. Circle of life,
Hmm.
circle of, the tree of life has, or your inner core,
Hmm.
or your conscience. So for me, these circles connect with different emotions at that time, whatever I must be feeling. And you'll be surprised that how different people have interpreted this painting in different ways.
Hmm.
And you are right, this is one painting in the exhibition which I was hoping will not sell. I was hoping it will not sell. I remember that now
Yeah.
while I'm talking to you in one of the exhibitions. And because for some reason, it's just, I love it a lot.
Hmm.
And another reason also is my daughter loves it. So she
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, mom, don't put it." But I had to, just a side story. So the circles are here very important, because that is a core connection of the whole
Hmm.
story here. Now you can connect your circles in your head as a viewer any way you like.
Hmm.
For me, they are the chakras in the body. There are more than seven, but there are. Then they could be, again, a circle of life, circle of emotions, and then a closure to a lot of things in steps, you
Mhm.
know, or it is a birth of so many different emotions or achievements, whatever. It's any way you know, in one painting you can keep interpreting it and it'll never stop.
What I can feel that in the center circle, that is the heart of a human being, and that is being surrounded with lots of stress and anxiety and lots of pressure which this heart is facing around itself, and it's finding out the way, because then there are small three circles behind.
To
It
find
want to
out, to get
escape,
out of it.
it wants to escape, but it is again bounded by chains, and then on your right side there is a kind of a prison. That prison is that
Yeah.
is, he's thinking, even like if I go out of here there's another prison, then there are ladders to climb. So it gives like a
It's a story of
jumbled up
one's life, if you.
one's life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like life is jumbled up.
Hmm.
Life is never easy.
Hmm.
Life is never a straight platform.
Hmm.
Now, to some people, it may look as a very stressful paint,
Hmm.
that there is stress in it. To another person, somebody who's one of my friends who came and she visited, she said, this is a very calming painting to me. I said, how? She said, because the circles are your connecting point. Each circle connects with me in a different way,
Hmm.
and it calms me down. So again, like I have a painting, I don't have it here. No, I think it's gone. There, it's a total abstract painting with complete crazy with diff colors of red and black and white and gold, and everything. And I just painted it as a thought of passion, desire. Somebody saw Shiva in it, in that. And when they actually, looked at it for the second time, it was an abstract, unconscious, instinctive figure of Lord Shiva coming out, yeah. So it was very interesting, because, which I didn't connect myself as I can, because I was going with a different mindset to it.
Mindset, yeah.
But then again, when the person told me and I saw it carefully, he or she had a point, you know. So it's very art is something very personal.
Hmm.
People may relate to it, people may like it. Like there are so many people I know, I don't understand art, they will say. We don't understand, we don't get it. We'll just pick up, if we like it, it'll go, it's fine, right? Some people can't, right?
No.
You don't have
Yeah,
to.
you can have. You don't. It is a connection of your mind and soul. Art is something,
Yeah,
when you are peaceful at yourself and you get connected, then only you can understand art. It's not everybody
exactly.
cannot. For them, it's a painting, but art is something,
Yeah,
I think, which has got lots of depth, like this painting which I'm saying. It is a motivating
yeah,
painting. Wherever you go, that you have to
yeah,
survive.
yeah,
The survival is the
yeah.
ultimate thing.
That's it. That's it. Yeah, yeah. That beautifully said. Yes. See, this is another view I have got. So I've got so many views on one work of mine. So you can imagine how deep it is to kind of to create something and then have people interpret it in different ways. You know. But generally, my colors and all are very bright. I'm a very bright person. I love my colors. My house is also very bright and nice, colorful. I wear bright saris, like when I was abroad and I used to exhibit my art. And I would tell them, I said, this is the true spirit of my country, because we Indians are very colorful people, you know. So for me, when I was abroad, the colorful spirit, or the celebration of colors, which I think was the title of one of my exhibitions, solo exhibitions, somewhere couple of long time back, was celebration of colors, because those paintings were just splash of different colors, and a lot of people loved it, you know. And I love colors, so you know, in fact, sometimes I like to tone down a little bit, to change the style or the series, not consciously, only if it comes and I want to, you know.
So
So yeah.
another question which I just came in my mind, that since how many years are you into this?
more than 30 years.
More than 30 years.
More than 30 years.
So it has become your
But
part
it was a very private affair for me. Initially for the first 10 years or something, it was a very personal affair for me, first 5, 10 years, because I would just do things, keep it in the cupboard, because I was never sure that is it worth it showing to people or something like that. So it was, and then slowly, and I must give this thing to my husband. He used to push me. He said, "You're so good. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that?"
Yes, yes.
And we were out, and my daughter was growing up, so I really didn't have the time. But I always pursued it as a personal thing. But I've been doing it for 30 years. Yeah.
One very personal question. You said your husband pushed you for your talent to be like you should give time to your talent. Now there are, see, in our country, like women, they face lots of they don't get support from the families, and their talents, they get merged with stress, and suddenly one day they rise up and their talent comes up, and and the talent which comes at that part of life is very cruel, is very stressful, is very, very, very sad, because the part which they have missed, they were not supported. So what do you want to comment on that?
You correctly said that there are a lot of people, not only women, there are a lot of men as well as women, but yes, mostly women, who get so bogged down with household things or problems or family or husband or in-laws or children or whatever. But I think today the times have changed, and I would very restricting myself to commenting on it that so much, but I would just say that in today's time, I think women do have changed. Women have grown. They have been empowering themselves. There is this whole generation shift from our time to the millennials, to the Gen Zs, or whatever you want to call them today, and they are pursuing what they want. And I think I would just say to anybody, whether it's a housewife, especially housewives or people who are just do what you are good at and you want to manage your time. It's all about time management. I'm associated with an organization which has so many women entrepreneurs. I am shocked and I am so happily amazed to see. You will be surprised that how much women do. Starting from a simple puja agarbatti, to name a thing, it is there. And in all professions, in all fields, and they are young entrepreneurs who have children, who have marriage, who work. So times have changed, things have changed, but for those who are still thinking and need a push, I would only say go out there and pursue what you want to do, because there is only one life.
Yes.
And so I just feel, and I think those of us who can do and who have support from the family or from anybody for that matter, or who can support yourself, should just go out and live there and live your dreams. Live on your own terms, which is very, very important, I think, to live your life on your own terms and not seek validation. For anything, whether you want to do it, you don't want to do it, so that's what my personal
correct thought. Yes. So that's a very nice thing. Of course, it is your life and you have to raise a voice whatever you want to do, because life is once. You are not supposed to, yes, you are there to fulfill your responsibilities, that is right, but even like compromises should not be done, what I feel, right? Though another one question, just the last question which I want to ask you, because so much of stress around, right? So everybody wants to come out of stress. People are taking medicines and undergoing, and see, earlier there were no Alzheimer's, earlier there were no dementias, earlier there were no knee replacements, but nowadays all these things have come up. So what is your advice to people to remain happy?
Find happiness in whatever is there around you. I think contentment today is very important. Good health, mental well-being, physical well-being is, I think, very important. And if you are physically healthy, if you are mentally healthy, then that leads you to happiness. And I think contentment is very important. And but contentment does not mean stagnation.
Mm.
Contentment does not mean that you just, okay, fine, I have this, I'm not going to try anymore. I think in today's time and testing times, especially, it's not easy for today's young generation, either with their jobs or with their lives or with their love lives or with their careers, anything. It's a struggle.
Correct.
I sometimes find our life was much easier
Much
than our
easier.
children's or their children's is going to be.
Yes.
So I think I would stress a lot on mental health,
Mm.
a lot, and physical well-being, very, very important. Because if you have these two, only then can you look for happiness, or look for outlets which can give you joy or make you smile. I mean, even if do simple things what you like. You want to go visit, like for me, I love dogs. They really make me happy. A lot of, like, I do painting. It really makes me happy. A lot of people just find your own thing, but stay healthy, stay mentally healthy, and then that's how you're going to be happy. And go live out your life there.
What is your one advice to the artist of at present world?
Well, I'm just art is very special, so I really can't advise, because there are so many outstanding young artists. But my advice is just keep trying. See, there are a lot of people who art is not always commercial, but today there is commercial angle in all fields. Our art is also very commercialized today, but I think I would just say to the young artist, pursue your talent, keep going with it, and even if you don't find commercial success, which is very important to many people. You see, it is very important to many people, and to everybody, because you see, we can't be just going on creating and hoarding. You see, so and make your art affordable, so anybody and everybody can have it. But never give up. Never give up, never lose heart, and just keep pursuing. Just keep pursuing and live by your art and stand with it.
That's wonderful. Very nice talking to you. Hello. So friends, we have heard Anupama ji, and while I was talking to her, the depth in every word she spoke shows us what kind of personality she is. See, it is the art really shows the personality of a person. How humbled she is, and how peaceful and slowly and so beautiful is her aura that is being shown in her paintings. So here we are so amazed to meet this personality of art today, and keep going and keep watching us. If you have another story to share with us and want to share the story with the other people around, keep in touch with us and keep us listening in the new stories which are coming up in the next episode. Till then, take care. Goodbye.